Alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we got a great one this week, partner. One of the only games league-wide featuring two teams who both won their openers.
Yeah, it's been mission accomplished so far, each off to the start that they envisioned as the season began. And while it's only week 2, whoever can come out of this one with a win and jump to 2-0 has everybody in their division looking up at them.
Only one team will keep the winning waves going to start the season as we're off in week 2. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. His first throw is an interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. So on our opening drive, Brock, we've got a big defensive highlight already as the pick-6 starts off our scoring.
This is a defense who isn't hiding how they're approaching this game. They want to be disruptive. They're unafraid to be aggressive. Can be a risky mentality to have. Boy, can it set a tone early.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Starting from the 5. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He gets this one to Smith-Schuster. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. Jukes one defender. And he's able to get this down to the 36. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Alohi Gilman up from the secondary for that tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Mitchell gets it from the gun. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Stopped by Deion Henley. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal. Man in motion here. There's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs reach pay dirt for the first time this game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them. And that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game 7-7. Butker on now to kick this one away. Darius Davis to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm could throw the ball all over the field, and hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show.
2nd and 3 now. Harris once more, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know what separates good defenses from great? Good defenses find a way to get off the field. Great defenses find a way to take the ball away. What a great play to set their offense up with some mojo.
The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rep.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. 1st and 10, Herbert. That throw finds Conklin. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Buying some time right. He's running with it. And he breaks out the slide. Didn't want to take a hit, but he is just shy of the 1st down marker. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try to run it with Harris. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. The Chiefs offense out to take over. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's on the move. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
Just one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Kansas City sends out its punt team. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Chargers take possession. They'll start with a give to Harris. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Herbert from the gun. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it brings up an LA first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Working inside the red zone. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Now Herbert again. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. Herbert to throw once more. Johnston brings it in. This play heads out of bounds. Marker down, though, Brock. Could be some free yards here.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Finally, some justice for the quarterbacks. They're so rarely protected in today's game, Brock. The refs saw roughing the passer, and his side gets a first down plus some yardage.
You take it down a notch, all right? You haven't been hit by the guys in this league. And you got to protect these poor, fragile quarterbacks. In this case, move the sticks as well.
Chargers ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they are thinking points. Putting the tight end in motion. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk. and there was nearly room to add even more.
And they will score. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here.
So we've got a stoppage now. Figured this might be coming. We're going to take another look to see if this
Previous play
was
is under
indeed a
review.
touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again. Unlike these officials, who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Dicker's extra point is up and good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Chargers send wide receiver Ladd McConkey set for another drive. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he drives ahead for good yardage up to the 45. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action now for Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll come up 1st and 10. It's Harris on the option. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought down by Charles Omenihu on the play. 2nd down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Herbert now. He's got Harris. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go. Herbert now off the play fake. From the defense is there, and he's going down. For the moment, we've got a sack. We do, though, have a flag to sort out first before we can lock that in. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Here he is on 3rd and long. Into the hands of Conklin. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. First and 10, it's Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. A counter give here to Pacheco. Jukes out a 1-stop. And he found some running room for a nice gain. They'll call it a gain of 9, so half the distance they needed. It's now 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Kelsey's got it right side. A lot of mess on the move here. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Kelsey makes the catch. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. One of the tight ends motioning left. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs cut it to a field goal game.
Chiefs 14.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They give to Harris from the gun. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Chiefs in a nickel set for this third down call. Herbert escapes the pocket. He's running for it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first. A handoff for Harris, running right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. It's the Chargers, who are facing 2nd and 14. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air this time, Herbert. It is Cup, left side. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And this is a worm burner. He did not hit that one well. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Chiefs back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. This one finds Kelsey. And he's able to move it past the 45 before going out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That one's cut along the left sideline. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Off play action. It's Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Back to the air, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Short pass brought in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. Again, Mahomes to throw. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Here comes the final play of our 1st half. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. The Chiefs bring on Harrison Butker for the field goal. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. Up and good from Blankenship. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Looking to throw. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So we're at halftime in this Sunday night matchup. Now we'll jump from the West Coast to the East Coast, down to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the visiting Browns who were able to steal one on the road. 18-7 was your final. Next, let's get over to Baltimore to check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 19-9, the final count. And then lastly, the nation gets a good one on Monday night between the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Los Angeles getting its offense set to go to begin the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Herbert from the gun. That throw finds Conklin. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They send the tight end in motion. Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Completed to his running back. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. He'll throw it. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. That's into the hands of Moore. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he's tackled for a short gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. One of the tight ends motioning right. 3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, he had a chance to pull up and avoid the hit, Brock, but we knew the outcome from the moment he decided not to and made contact. That flag came out. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
1st down throw, Mahomes. The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down run by Pacheco. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out of... And they will score! Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Patrick Mahomes, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end brought the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Butker on now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. He stopped on the return at the 27. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. They're coming off a 4th down try that didn't work in their favor. Let's see how that might affect the approach they take this time out. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. It's taken in by Will. Oh, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Chiefs. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
The Chiefs and this running back headed back out for a new series. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. 1st and 10 from the 41. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. So now here's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That's complete to Juju. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs double their lead to 14.
Chargers 17.
Butker on now to kick this one away. He fields it from the 8. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Into the hands of Conklin. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the 40-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Big man showing up the yards. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. From the gun, they go with Harris. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert. Quick slant, that's Williams. And he gets him around 6 there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Going right side, Harris with it. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. All set up now for 1st and 10. Staying on the ground with Harris. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Second and 6 coming up here. Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
And he makes the catch. Did he get both feet in? No! Oh, so close to 6. Incomplete. Man, there's no way around this, Brock. They had that offense exactly where they wanted them, and the penalty gives them a whole lot more breathing room.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the late, great Dennis Green. He said it perfectly. We had him right where we wanted, and we let him off the hook.
Took his shot at 6 that time. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss. Now we'll pause for an injury that nobody wants to see. That is Travis Kelce in need of some assistance. Offense to the line for 2nd down. It's Pacheco again. And he's able to drive up past the 40. A gain of 4 for them. That sets up 3rd and 7. Back to throw Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Play action, Mahomes. Finds his man Gray. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City. To the air, Mahomes. Brought in right side by Moore. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Again, Mahomes to throw. Has it down close. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Butker to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chiefs break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 31.
Butker on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Charger offense making its way to the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. First and 10, Herbert. Conklin brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first. Now Herbert to throw. He's in trouble, and the Chiefs bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Another try following the sack. He finds McConkey. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his number.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
As we're into the fourth quarter, we know this. We know that money down could not be any more important than right now. Both sides are certainly fatigued. You feel it in both their play. But battling through what's been a physical contest all game long, going to be the key here down the stretch.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Moore. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Second down now, 7 to go. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. This is Pacheco. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. He gets this one to Smith-Schuster. First down, ball at the 36. Now a handoff for Pacheco. Has a lane inside the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Right back to Pacheco. And his charge towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Second down now, 7 to go. They run with Pacheco. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Looking to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Up and good from Blankenship. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
This return makes it up to the 25. Another drive coming up for this offense. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's got Harris. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. That throw finds Coughlin. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. And 4th and 4 coming up. To throw. Forced out to his right. And he's out of bounds. That is not going to be enough. He made a bid for it, but he was a couple yards short. That's a turnover. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
So we have a pause here. Inside 2 minutes, all reviews come from the booth.
Previous play
They want to take one
review.
more look. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football. And that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So score this a win for the Chiefs. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.